Hey there and welcome to the Weeb Lounge. I'm Nick, and in this character spotlight we're going over my absolute favorite character in the entire game, Muimi, exclusive to the Prefest Gacha, and if you don't have her, you better get her. Muimi. If you're looking for a character that does physical damage and an absolute ridiculous amount of it, it's Muimi. Hands down Muimi. The Green Dragon thing, okay, let me just put it this way. I did that boss fight, set up a group. I've seen her do 12 million damage. Properly set, nobody beats her in damage, period. And not only that, you know, I think the way the character looks is really cool. You saw the splash screen earlier. I really like that. And even her abilities come off as, you know, kind of cool. Really awesome. But here's the thing. She plays much different than other characters. All right? Because she's this glass cannon type character, right? Let me go into the skills and see if I can kind of sort of explain this. It's difficult, so try to stay with me on this one. First skill is called basically I'll scare ya or something like that. It's a physical damage attack with a slight stun and knockback. Now, this is one of those characters that will keep pushing the enemies back, keep pushing them back. But I'll go into a little bit of a downside of that later. Her second skill, this, or you know, Kochi. It's a weird name, but it's physical defense down for enemies within range. So kind of like, you know, almost like one of Priconne slashes or something like that. You know, focus on the character, anything around it kind of gets it. It's not necessarily something you really notice, but yeah, that's not important for Muimi. It's not important at all. EX skill. Obviously, physical attack damage, and if she's 5-star, it's a much bigger increase in physical damage. Now, her Union Burst, this is where it gets complicated. Okay, a little complicated. Okay. Union Burst is Skyscraper Sword. Basically, that little tiny sword she has disappears, and she summons these Skyscraper Greatswords. It's like she starts out with this little dagger thing, and then all of a sudden it's this behemoth crazy freaking sword of death and destruction and doom. Yeah, she whips that out, slams it on the ground, and does damage to a single target in front of her. But that's nothing. That's not important. What it is it changes the whole dynamics of the character around. Okay, her attacks become different. Now, when her TP gauge gets all the way up there, she casts that, and then it slowly starts to drain. And as long as that technique point gauge stays somewhere, she keeps that greatsword out and just whoops people's ass with it, okay? She goes nuts with it. And if her technique points drain, then she has to rebuild, then it desummons and she has to rebuild. Now, while she has it out, skill 1 becomes Skyscraper Sword Slash. And it is, you'll see her jump up, spin around, slam down with that sword. And the hit is so hard, it's like a high-end Union Burst in and of itself. And this is a normal attack, okay, when she has that sword out. The second skill is a massive forward AoE slash, okay? Basically, you know, if you have characters in the front, mid, and back rows, basically everything front and mid is going to get hit with this. And again, it's almost like an AoE Union Burst in and of itself. It hits really freaking hard. This is how, when I'm doing the Green Dragon, she'll do 11 million damage sometimes. I got her up to almost 12 million once. It's nuts. And you combine that with her special equipment. Now, the special equipment is called Priconne. It upscales skill 1 to be just a little bit more effective, which is the physical damage attack with a slight stun and knockback. It basically makes it a little bit more effective, right? And when the Skyscraper Sword is equipped, the skill number 1, the damage is doubled. Which is why, you know, you'll see her especially when you put her with Labby and stuff, when she does her little spin and hit, it'll crit for like 500,000. This character is ridiculous. I love this character. I absolutely love this character. Okay, let's just go see her in action here. She's probably just gonna murder everything. Yeah, she'll murder it. Hopefully get me a couple spears while she's at it. All right, now Muimi is just an absolutely incredible damage dealer, but there's one drawback that she has. Well, a couple actually. One, she's a glass cannon. Basically means she can put out the hurt, but she can very easily get hurt as well. So, you know, she can't tank except for in special circumstances. She tanks the green dragon, okay? And this ability is just... Okay, it did 151,000 whoop-de-doo. But see, it's going to go to the next wave, and she's going to do it again right away because it doesn't drain her gauge. It needs time to drain. Does it again, gets a crit, and she's probably going to do her little spin. Bam, 270,000. If she was with Labby with other proper buffs, that would have hit for 500k. Yeah, look at this. Bring it right back out there again. She's just going to murder it. She's probably going to do a little spin. Oop, dead. And her next strike, AoE, killed it all. She's so ridiculously good. But like I said, she does suffer from the glass cannon thing. She can't take much damage, okay? She needs protection. And the other thing is, and this is a little bit more situational. When you're doing fights, you know, of course, you have your tank, DPS, support, etc. But she likes to push forward, okay? She likes to do that knockback and constantly push forward. The problem is sometimes she'll go in front of the tank, and that's not good. So yeah, it's that has frustrated me so many times because like there's a fight and it's like I really want to use Muimi, but she keeps pushing herself to the front, and it doesn't work out, and she dies. So I have to use a different character. So she's not all super happy death. Sometimes she gets the death, if that makes any kind of sense. But here's the thing. She's a crazy damage dealer. Probably the best in the entire game. And you look at the big old sword. I mean, I just like the whole design of the character. That's why she's one of my favorite. You know, she comes off as like, the fiery redhead type and just murders everybody. It's, yeah, I knew someone like that. Never mind. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. Now, in terms of like end game, mid game, all that kind of stuff, she'll be useful the whole time around. If you get her, get her. She's in the pre-fest, gotcha. And, level her up. And if there's any character where, you have to pick and choose who to 5-star next or who to prioritize or whatever, she gets priority. She gets those princess stones, fragments, whatever it is when you're rolling. She gets priority. You need her to do the murder. It works. It just works. We'll see you in the next video.